What's up, YouTube, man? So I'm gonna cut to the chase. Now I'm gonna cut to the chase, man. So in this video, I actually want to talk about a dream and what this dream that I had that was, that was pretty much teaching in general. But this is a spiritual journey, so everything's spiritual to me. So, but before I get to all that, make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Press the pound notification bell, especially if you want more content like this, so y'all already know what's up. So, yeah, in this dream, right? You know, I'm in this. It's like I was in a classroom, and I come out. I'm getting, there's this person for some reason. I kid you not, I done nothing. And he's like threatening me for no reason. Like he just threatened me, talking about this and this and that. Can't really remember what he said, but he got the crew. And for something, what I'm saying. And in the dream, I'm carrying, the Bible. I'm literally carrying the Bible and all this stuff. And he was like, the Bible ain't gonna save you, and this and this and that. So he did try to find out where to get the bullets if with a gun, so he can just wipe me out. You know what I'm saying? So that dream was crazy, and this is where I believe that this dream was trying to tell me, bro. Like I'm gonna let y'all understand what this dream was what it was really trying to tell me. Like after this, I think it through explaining what the dream, where all these scenes were that just kept jumping and jumping. But yeah, then after that, it switched to another scene. This is the second scene that it jumped in, to where I'm with these group of people, right? And for some reason, they were blaming me for something that I didn't do. I don't know why they blame me for whatever, but it's like they had a grudge or something against me, and I don't understand why they had it. But I had to go use the restroom, and it was inside the dream. I was using the restroom, I had to use the restroom inside the dream, and it came back, and yeah, they blamed me for some stupid stuff that I don't understand why they was doing it. But then it was like that alone was just hurting me more and more, just accuse me of something I ain't do. Then you don't now on the third one, it jumped to a third part. Now, the third part is where it's like these beings with wings. They look like they like mythical type creatures. You know what I'm saying? And the person, it's like in a dream, he was saying that his sister, pretty much like was trying to save. She was trying to save, I think, the grandma, the mom, or whatever like that, and she winds up dying. And in the dream, it's like I'm looking at her on the top of the roof, and she's dying there. The sister is dying there, and and about to die. She's about to die. So, I'm just like I'm experiencing something in somebody's body, like some other being body or something. Like that's what it felt like. And he was like, "Sister," and like crying and crying, and he couldn't believe that she was gone. It was like hard for him. And then it jumped after that part. It jumped to another scene to where I come home, all my belongings is taken out of my house. Besides, the PlayStations is just damaged and everything like that. Basically all my stuff was just gone, taken away. The only thing that was in there was a PlayStation 1 for some reason, and the PlayStation 5 was just kind of damaged, and it had the game. They didn't even take the position; they just damaged that John up. So it was like I'm just thinking what this dream was trying to tell me, what this dream was trying to tell me with these scenes, and I believe now that this dream was most definitely trying to tell me that I believe this dream was trying to tell me that the stuff on this earth is very, very temporary. It's very temporary. I'm not even gonna lie. Like you can see the thing about these dreams that I think that I was having. Us as people get too comfortable, right? We get too comfortable of living on this. You know what I'm saying? Getting used to the environment of things, because everything doesn't stay peaceful for long. So you can play the game, but people, you gotta understand when you like a certain thing. That's whether if it's gaming or this all this is fleshy desires now. All this is fleshy desires, gaming, sex, like or anything that you kind of find yourself like doing, but it doesn't really, what I'm saying, anything that kind of pretty much satisfy you, but it's just a temporary feeling. But then when you realize, bro, like, but that's because I believe it's because we rely on these things to make us happy, but these things doesn't really make this doesn't, like, these are things that are just temporary. So it's like, basically, what if this dream was telling me, like, this is why we need God? You know what I'm saying? This is why we need Him. This is why when you think about it, this is why God is a true way of happiness. Because you can like anything on this earth. And let me tell you something. You got people like me that doesn't really feel any earthly, like, sometimes I don't even give into these earthly fleshy desires. But man, it was like when you really just pay attention, you don't really start to feel anything. Like, it's like you just wanna the simplest things in this life. Like, you don't really want nothing. You just want to be on the covenant. Sometimes you just want to be married. You just want to be somewhere under. Just be on the covenant with God, and be with your wife if you ever get to that point. But what I'm saying is this: it's almost as if, like, you know what I'm saying. Like, what I mean is, these desires doesn't really these desires is just basically keeping us down. It doesn't really makes us closer to God. It doesn't really makes us one with Him at all, because when you think about it, the more we rely on these desires that doesn't really they're just temporary, what I'm trying to say, it just basically holds us back. But then when you realize that nothing really satisfies you on this earth, like sometimes I literally just get up and not want to do nothing, because, bro, like, nothing really satisfied me on this earth. Like, I'm dead serious. Like, I can live and hardly feel nothing on this earth, bro. Like, it's like I get up, because it's the same thing. You get up, you go to work. You gotta, for people they do content, you gotta, wake up and do the content and all this stuff. Sometimes you don't even feel like you wake up. Sometimes you don't even feel like doing it, because it's like a constant thing you have to do. But then you realize, like I said, over and over, like over and over again, it's all a temporary feeling. Like I said, I believe that life isn't always about just, working and working and working and working, trying to grind and grind and grind. Sometimes, bro, it's just about the basics of that. It's okay though, to work, because we gotta live and provide, but what for ourselves and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is, life isn't always about, always got to be on the move, but more like try to keep a stability into trying to to be at peace. Now you can work for what you want, but try to be at peace at the same time, and realize that those things doesn't make you happy. That being close to God really should make you more happy, more than anything. And that's just the way I feel. And I don't expect a lot of people to understand this, because they just so prone to be like, well, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Well, I gotta grind. I gotta care about these bras. I'm gonna care about doing this. I gotta, play the game. I gotta, what I'm saying, all this stuff. Like, I gotta dance. I gotta, it's okay to do all that, but you gotta understand when people gotta understand this. This is how you know that this is an illusion. For dancers, if you break your leg, why do you feel like that's not, like I say, you like to dance and you break your leg, and then you feel like, hey, I can't dance no more, and then that makes you unhappy? No. If you break your leg and you can't dance, that should not make you unhappy, because that's those demons that's trying to consume you to make you think that that's all you need to make you happy. Like, for people that play video games, right? People that play video games, they gonna go all digital, and a lot of people, like, they ain't trying to get that. They don't want to buy digital, gaming, right? Take that away. Take away gaming. What do you have for entertainment? You see what I'm saying? Okay, again, you got art. You like to draw. Take away the paper. What do you have? Nothing. The sex. Take away that. What do you have? Nothing. It's like, take away all these earthly desires. Take away all your money. What do you have? Nothing. You have literally nothing. So guess what? When you keep God close, and you you literally keep Him close, right? You like, and then you find out, really, He's the only, like, you feel this peace. You don't understand where this peace is coming from, but you don't it's like you realize that this ain't the life. This life isn't happiness. I believe true happiness on earth is keeping God close to you while living on earth, and not be consumed by what is making you think that you're happy with what you're doing, or really, God is where true happiness is. See, the devil loves to distract us from being close to God. All of this stuff is a distraction. But when you really just like attune yourself spiritually and trying to get close to God in a way, read your Bible and try to meditate a little bit more, you start to understand you don't know where this happiness is coming from. You just wake up just happy. You don't understand why. You just wake up peacefully. You don't understand why. That's why I say anything that comes negative in my life, you gotta go. A woman, whether it's a woman or a man or all that. I'm just saying, you a woman or a man, like I said, friend, girlfriend, wife, or whatever like that. Like, bro, my peace matter more than anything. You have to come in my. You have to be, if you're gonna be around my circle. You have to be peaceful. You can't be coming here with all that negativity. You can't come here with all this dang BS. You can't come to me with all that. I'm just gonna cut you out because honestly, I don't got time for it. Life is already too stressful. So why would I want to add on to that stress that life gives? That life already have. So I'm thinking like, no, that's not what I want. What I want, in order to find peace and peace in general, is to keep God close. I've been trying my best, trust me. It's not, trying to pray, fast. And honestly, I've been doing well. But sometimes this life thing does kind of catch up. I'm not going to deny that. But it's hard to not fall into these earthly, fleshy desires sometimes. I try not to give into it, because it's temporary. If one thing I learned about temporary happiness is that you'll wind up feeling sad. You'll wind up feeling angry eventually. You'll wind up feeling like, because you can think about it. You lose everything and you find yourself just being miserable. What do you really got? Because we rely on these little bitty things in life and think that it's happiness, but really it's the thing that's holding us back for finding real happiness. And I think real happiness is where God is. Reasons why we shouldn't worry about a lot of stuff. Reasons why we should not go based off our own understandings. Why we should trust in Him in order to be happy. See, I've learned this over time. If I keep choosing for myself, I'm not choosing. I'm choosing my own demise. Like, I'm literally ill. Because like, when I let God just choose for me, like even if it's something that I don't necessarily think that I want, I let God choose for me because He only knows what's best for me. So why would I keep choosing for myself when God is is in control of everything? He's really guiding me through. So what I'm saying is, if I don't want something and He grants it to me, it's probably Him saying, this is what's perfect. The thing that you don't want is what's perfect for you. You can't be choosy for what's right for you, because that's the thing that's going to build you up to the success that you've always been looking for. But see, people don't want to accept certain things that God try to grant. And when He grants that, you're like, I don't want that. I don't want that. But guess what? Once it gets close to you, once it gets very, very close to you, you start to understand, like, once you get close to God, you really start to understand, like, man, maybe I should have, took that offer. Maybe I should have got with that certain person. Maybe I should have took this job offer. Maybe I should have did this. Maybe I should have did this. This could have been, like I said, I think we see as people, we are so picky with things that we don't fully understand that we're missing our own blessings. And I think that's the one thing that we be missing out on. And honestly, we have to change that as people, man, because I'm not lying. I've done it. I'm not gonna say that I ain't done it. I haven't want something. I feel like I don't want a certain thing, and the whole time that certain thing is perfect for me. And I'm like, maybe they're just God choosing for me, trying to choose for me. But I just, you know, deny it because I don't want it, because because I just have to have this, or I just have to have that. But just because I have to have it don't mean I need it. You see what I'm saying? So whatever God feel that is right for you, you should just go with the flow and let him choose for you. Right? If it's something you don't want, yeah, you don't have to agree with everything that that he tried to give you that you don't want. But if it gets to a point where you end up falling for someone that could not be right for you, choosing a certain job offer that could not be right for you, that you feel that might not be right for you, but what the whole time this could be your success, your blessing, this could be the key to your wealth and your true happiness, but you are so thrown into these earthly desires that you let yourself get thrown away from what God is trying to give you. And that's exactly how I feel about what I think about true happiness. And I think true happiness is basically where God is. It's not where this earth is. It's really not. This earth ain't nothing but pain and agony, bro. I'm not even finna lie. They doing too much on this earth for me to even care about this earth in general. I'm not even finna lie. So, but let me know how y'all feel in the comments, bro. And I'll catch y'all in this video.